What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This your man Dre Mac with another episode of the Dre Mac Podcast Show. I'm actually live right now in Wichita with my brother Rico Boy. You know what I mean? You already know how we do it. Just kind of like the Legend of the Petty Nerds hour. You know what I'm saying? Except for our Sunday on location up in Wichita right now. You know what I'm saying? Hanging with my brother and everything. And today we're going to be talking about Wonder Woman 1984. And of course, every time I do this, I got to give a shout out because I'm on StreamYard Live. I'm on Facebook Live right now. I got SoulChelle from the chat that's going to come in and going to debate with us why that Wonder Woman 1984. I think it's an okay movie. She thinks it's great. Me and Rico, we had our thoughts on it, so we're about to get Soul Shell's opinion on this particular movie. Say what's up to the people, Soul Shell.
What's up, y'all?
So, of course, if this is the first time you listen to this podcast, you already know that I'm live from I'm in. You can check this on Speaker Radio. You can check this out on iHeartRadio. You can check this out on wherever you get your podcasts at, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts at. And make sure that you guys are checking in and subscribing to SoulChelle's YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you guys go ahead and make sure that you hit that bell notification just when she's on, because she's always dropping new content every week. So make sure that you guys are checking her out and supporting her, and make sure that you're checking out and supporting my channel also, which is the Dre Mac Podcast Show, which is live right now on YouTube. So if you can't stick around and listen to this particular broadcast, make sure you guys are checking it out on YouTube when YouTube actually posts it. So so we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into Wonder Woman 1984. And just to kind of give you kind of a clarity on this, when I went to Rotten Tomato, when the movie first came out, Rotten Tomato actually gave it a fresh score. Then it dropped all the way down to like 63, which basically took it out of consideration of not being certified as fresh. So the question is, what are your thoughts about the movie, and does this consider the score? First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let SoulChelle go first, because I want to be able to get the good side of it, and I want SoulChelle to actually tell her opinion about this movie.
Two things first. I didn't say it was great. I said it wasn't that bad. It was decent. Two, you didn't tell me I was being, hey, where y'all go?
We're still here. We're trying to make sure the audience knows and focus on you, to focus on what you got to say. We ain't go nowhere. We're listening. We're listening, but we're trying to make sure the audience is focused on you. I'm engineering this. I got it.
Okay, and number two, he didn't tell me that he was double teaming me with his brother, so I had to bring a reinforcement. Say hi, Stormy. So anyway, Wonder Woman. So we all know the first one was excellent. The second one, I'll point out the things that I found negative, and I'll give you my synopsis. What I found negative was, no, the special effects were not that great as the first movie. Two, I kind of didn't like the Wonder Woman in the mall act. I wanted to see Wonder Woman be Wonder Woman. But the storyline, I enjoyed it. Had a good, solid storyline. It just needed the support behind the storyline. So there was a couple of different messages in there as well. I'm big on messaging. If a movie can give me a message, then hey, I'm all in it.
Message.
So that's my overall thing of that. So overall, I think the movie is not as bad as what people are trashing it to be. People are straight trashing this movie, and I've seen worse. I've seen worse movies. Like the first Hulk was horrible.
Oh, well, we give you that. We give you that. Lime green Hulk. Yeah. We give you that one. We give you that.
So that's my thoughts on it. Yeah, effects weren't that great. The mall scene was but I love the opening scene with seeing a little bit more backstory as her as a little girl, how she was already advanced than the other warriors on the island. I liked that part, and I liked how the little girl's lesson rolled into the lesson that the villain had to learn as well. Cheetah, I don't think we seen the end of Cheetah, of course. You know, they kind of, I guess maybe they threw her in there because she's going to be in more movies. But for, like I said, for the most part, I don't think that movie was that bad. And I think the storyline was solid, and they're rushing to make this part 3. So hopefully that close up a couple of things for what part 2 was lacking.
All right, before I dive in, I actually want to get Rico's opinion first, because you know, me and you already kind of had a conversation a little bit. Me and Rico had a conversation about this movie, but you know, he was saving a lot of what he was trying to do for now. You know what I'm saying, or what he wanted to say. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Rico kind of give his thoughts, his rebuttal on that, and then I'm gonna dive in and break this movie down, because this movie needs to be broken down, and certain parts need to be done all completely all the way over. But you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna let Rico go ahead and do his thing.
Okay, SoulChelle. Now, usually I'm the apologist when it comes to me and my brother. He's a hater. He hates everything.
Not a hater.
He's a hater.
Not a hater.
And I'm usually apologist. Like,
so you join Team Hater then?
I loved Batman versus Superman. A lot of people didn't love that movie. I loved it. I thought it was I thought it was too many movies. I thought it was two movies in one, but I still loved it. This one, on the other hand, now first I want to hit some of your points, like the special effects. Now, you said that special effects wasn't as good as the first one. That's one of the problems. If you had a first one, your special effects got to be better than that. It can't be worse. It's got to be better. So, and when you're competing against Marvel, because let's face it, that's what they're doing right now. They can't just sit there and just be like, "Oh, we're DC. We can just do what we do, and you're still gonna buy our stuff." Because maybe that might be true, but as you see in the Rotten Tomato scores and everybody panning this movie right now, you can't just rest on your laurels. You can't just rest on because you got Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. You got to come with it. Marvel's coming with it. And another one of your points about the story. The story was great. The story was great. Mm-hmm. The thing about that is, you got to have a great movie with a great story. Captain America: Civil War, great movie, great story. Black Panther, great movie, great story. Avengers: Endgame. I actually think.
Hold up now. Watch your words.
I actually think. What was it? Infinity War. I actually think Infinity War was a better story to me because it moved faster. Endgame kind of moved slow, but still, it was just the story was heart wrenching. Some of the parts was heart wrenching, but you still had great movie to handle it. This one, the special effects. I understand what they were trying to do. They was trying to make it like a 1984 movie. And I get that. But you don't use the 1984 equipment to make the movie. You don't use the 1984 camera system to make the movie. And it looks straight like I was watching a 2-hour episode of the first of the original Wonder Woman TV show. That's what it looked like. And this day and age, DC, you can't do that.
I think that's what Patty Jenkins was going for, because I don't know if you saw the end.
And she accomplished it.
But because did you see the end scene with the cameo from Linda Carter?
Yes, we did.
Which I think she's probably going to show up in 3.
And it was really let me shut up. I'm gonna let y'all. Do you got anything rebuttal to say? Because I forgot that we got
your rebuttals ain't that strong right now. So.
Yeah. Trust me. Trust me. I'm about to come. So, shout out to everybody that just tuned in. Dominique, King, Steven, UGD that just came in. So what's up with everybody that just popped in? I'm sorry, we got started. So you know what I'm saying? I didn't get to the actual chat, the actual chats and the comments, but continue to check, continue to check it in. Continue to with your comments. I'm gonna make sure that we get to the comments here in a minute. And shout out to King Steven is watching this from YouTube too. Shout out to him for that. Okay, so let me give my rebuttal to this, because for one, Somebody called me a certified hater, but obviously, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a realist. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, let's get
Haters
to
always say they realists.
let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. That's all
Funny how that works.
be able to do is keep it real. So you know what I mean? So let me be able to be honest with the movie. The movie, first of all, the cinematography takes you completely out of the movie. I'm gonna give you a prime example in the opening scene when you're watching a little girl run. First of all, you're watching a little girl run, and she's running with the other Amazonians. Even though that this is Diana, she's supposed to be faster. Why is her legs moving faster than the cinematography is making her legs move? And that wasn't just that scene. It was when Wonder Woman was actually running with the actual tanks. And you see Wonder Woman's legs moving, but the cinematography is not keeping up. It's like it was mismatched. And the perfect example of to make it look right, even though we know it's fake, is the scene in Captain America: Civil War when Black Panther and Captain America and they're chasing Winter Soldier. And we know that that's completely fake, but the camera angle and the way that they filmed it made it look like, well, maybe they are running. So when you're looking at
Civil War had some sketchy parts in it where the CGI wasn't that good.
That's a flawless movie.
Especially when Ant-Man jumped in and blew up.
Flawless movie. No.
Hold on. I
Skip.
Because if you want to go there, I feel like it's such a nitpicky part of the movie.
Parts with. Ma'am, I would like to hear
so
now. See what she's doing is she's trying to distract my rebuttal
from the orange, and then it's not an orange anymore.
She's trying. What you trying to do is try to distract me from telling how telling you how terrible this movie is. Hold on, wait a minute. Number 2, yes, the CGI is horrible. Let's not kid ourselves. We already had, and see, this is the thing. We already had and I'm not even going to get to just Wonder Woman and what I like, and I'm going to tell you what I like, but the CGI is completely horrible. You already had a bad final act in the first Wonder Woman movie. As good as that movie was, and I enjoyed it, the final act was terrible. The way the character looked at CGI, terrible. So the main thing that I was thinking is, okay, Patty Jenkins, I'm gonna have faith in you. You're gonna at least make Cheetah look like, Cheetah from at least the comic books, not even the cartoon, because the cartoon version looked better.
From Injustice.
Just something. Give me something. That's all I'm asking for. Give me something. I see. First of all, that scene looked like it was straight out of Godzilla. You know what I'm saying? In like a 2000 version of Godzilla movie. You know what I mean? Then Cheetah comes in. She looks like CGI from the first X-Men movie. I'm like, come on, man. Like, come on. You could have, and then the fight scene didn't even last long. It wasn't even exciting. It was so terrible. Now,
I agree with that. They could have made that fight scene better. I didn't like her being stuck in the wing. I'm like, fight.
That fight scene was terrible. For her to be Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman is part of the Trinity. She's just as strong as Superman. And you're telling me you can't give me that fight? And we already had Wonder Woman established as a complete combatant from all the other movies, from Batman v Superman. As much as I don't like Batman v Superman, I love Wonder Woman's intro in that movie because she came with it from her own Wonder Woman movie.
Let me throw in a little something. Was it that one? Was it her? I think she was hiding a pregnancy in this movie.
Well, she must have been hiding. Well, she held a lot of acting too.
I think everybody was holding a pregnancy in the movie.
Now let me say this.
I just feel like woman superhero movies get nitpicks.
No.
Let me take this one.
If I would have listened to everybody else about Captain Marvel, I would have never went to go see it.
Hold on. Let me address that point real fast, because again, I love the first Wonder Woman movie, but I'm gonna compare it to Marvel's latest female movie, Captain Marvel. They're almost the same movie. They're both time period based movies, and that's what I'm comparing it on.
But we know DC ain't good for making no good movie, period. So you need to base it off of other terrible DC.
You had all this time to. Well, that's not true, because the first Batman. Matter of fact, the whole Batman trilogy.
DC done had a lot of terrible movies.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Like, what I really liked about the movie, honestly, because the Maxwell Lord, that whole dynamic was perfect for me, and it reminded me so much. This movie reminds me of the first Superman movie with Christopher Reeves. That's what it reminds me of. But it also was shot like it was shot
with the same,
with the same
set and the same cinematography.
In the feel of the movie. Now, the Maxwell Lord character was perfect. Pedro Pascal killed that character. Now, what I did not like is that he kept changing accents. He went from American to Latin American to, I don't know, the Mandalorian for a second. Then he went back to the Latin accent. It just kept changing. But I did like his dynamic, and the reason why he wanted the message, when you were talking about the message of why he wanted the wishes and to be successful and stuff like that, because he felt like a failure. He felt like a loser. You know what I'm saying? Almost the same thing that we were talking about in another movie that I'm not going to mention because I'm not going to spoil it. But you know what movie I'm talking about, Shell, because we talked about it the other, or yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yes, so, I'm doing a review on that when I get done with y'all.
Yeah, so I honestly I want to do that too because that movie was awesome. But
yeah,
and if I could compare it to, like what you said, if I'm comparing it another female superhero movie to Captain Marvel, I particularly loved Captain Marvel. I literally watched that movie over and over again. I was one of the few people who actually dug that movie. You know, I talked to my man E-Man from E-Man's Movie Review. He hated that movie. I particularly love that movie, but again, he liked it. He liked Wonder Woman 1984. I don't like this movie because it's too many different dynamics. You got the Maxwell Lord dynamic, and if they kind of would have stuck with everything in that particular theme, I think it would have been better. But trying to make the kind of like make men feel like, you know, every man that Cheetah's character, what's her name? Minerva. Every time that she looked like a man, you know, talked to her, he felt like Pepe Le Pew, like a rapist. Like, dude, every man is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because it's the time period is 1984 and they're trying to prove a point that you can't catcall every woman and stuff like that. I get that, but it was kind of overstuffed. You know what I'm saying? Especially her transformation. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like, oh, you just making this. I mean,
well, let me
I don't know because I'm not a woman, so I don't know.
You know, when she came into her hotness and took the glasses off and was trying to, because she wanted to be like Diana, and she's honing her sexuality.
That part. Because
I love Kristen Wiig too as an actress. Yes, and yes, you do. As a woman, I know this. You do, unwarranted attract that kind of energy. So I don't think they were trying to beat in that all men were
what I'm saying is because every man.
You also got the Steve dynamic. They reinserted Steve, who is a good guy. So,
well, yeah, but you got one good guy. You got 8 dudes who feel like rapists.
That's the dude and the bum in the park. And then you got the other bum, the black man. He was a good guy.
Oh yeah.
You had Maxwell Lord. Those was the only 2 bad guys.
Yeah, it just felt like this.
Making it sound like it's like 30 million, but it was just 2.
It was more to me. It was like to me. It wasn't an emphasis on trying to make guys just seem like, you know, if they wasn't in love with Diana, which Steve Trevor is. You know what I'm saying? If they just wasn't because you don't want to make the black bum the rapist, and that would have took it way back, and everybody would have really hated that movie. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, it just felt like they focused more on that part, and you know, even though she's going through her transformation, which I did love, I just didn't love the fact that they gave her year 2020s, you know, look instead of like a 1984, the big poofy hair. You know what I'm saying? You get what the style was of 1984, especially me being a Knight Rider fan. You could have made her look like, you know what I'm saying, any woman from that time period. But you had
when she changed her clothes in the office after she fell asleep, that was very 80s. Her hair was very 80s.
Yeah.
The only thing that wasn't 80s was the black dress that she wore to the party. That was kind of modern. But for the most part, she looked very 80s to me.
See, SoulChelle, I didn't have a problem with the story. I love the story. I actually love the story of Wonder Woman 1984. Yeah. My biggest problem is the way it's shot. I'm again, as a lifelong comic book fan, I want to love DC movies, and I'm tired of everybody giving DC movies excuses. Well, this, that happened, this, that. Marvel ain't coming with no excuses, and they're coming with no excuses with their C lineup. Captain Marvel is a D character at best. A D character. It ain't no A-list character.
She sure wasn't.
D character at best. You know what I'm saying? Wonder Woman is an A-list character, man. I used to love that TV show.
But you gotta see, I don't.
What you
This is
get
what
to
we
me?
was talking about, Dre. I don't know why the people over in DC ain't using the same stuff that Marvel uses.
Yes,
Because Marvel is eons ahead of DC. Period.
Copy.
When
I
it
know
comes to
people don't-
making movies.
I know
And-
everybody wants to do different.
And DC was making movies
No.
first.
Right.
And they own they still own all their characters. They didn't have to go through the haggle that Marvel has to with Fox and a different area.
And
Man,
Sony.
DC
'Cause
always
I think
own
they're
their
still
characters.
fighting over Spider-Man.
And this is what we get.
But even in that, even with that, the direction. First of all, DC has no direction. Let's give it what it is. DC has absolutely. They're just making movies, and that's the problem that I had with Wonder Woman 1984 is that you're just making a movie. It's no cohesiveness to. It's like you took this character that we loved in the first one. Because that was Wonder Woman in the first one, an Amazonian who's a complete badass, and that's what I was looking for. I didn't want to hear no sappy story towards the end. I know she's using a lasso of truth on Maxwell Lord, and I like his thing, but to me they made Wonder Woman all cryy and sappy. It's the same thing that they did with Batman and Justice League. You got Batman over here cracking jokes like he's Tony Stark. He's nowhere close, nowhere in the atmosphere of Tony Stark. Why are you making him your Tony Stark? Now, I do blame that. Again, I blame that on the director. What's his name from the first Avengers movie? I blame him for that. I think of his name.
Snyder? Was it Snyder?
No, it wasn't. No, Snyder's doing this. The director's cut, the Snyder cut, that's coming out on HBO Max. But I can't think of his name. But he sucked. That's all it is.
Bryan Singer.
No, it ain't Bryan Singer. That's from X-Men.
Okay.
I forgot it's Josh Whedon. Josh Whedon.
Yeah.
So that's the problem that I really had was that you took a character that we absolutely loved and you made her sappy. You know what I'm saying? You didn't make her strong. Like, dude, the whole time she's like so sappy. I'm like, oh my god, dude. I don't know.
You need to get in touch with your emotions, Dre.
Nah, I'm in touch with my emotions. I'm not trying to see Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is not. The difference between her, Batman, and Superman is that she's like the strong woman. You know what I mean? That strong leadership. She ain't sappy, and they made her sappy in this one.
I kind of agree with that because in every other aspect of Wonder Woman, the TV show, especially the cartoons, comic books, I've never really seen her like sappy like that. I mean, she be punking Batman.
Yeah,
she be giving pep talks to Superman. I mean, and even
but y'all also got to remember though, she was in
movies.
mourning.
Huh?
She was in mourning
since 19. What was World War? No. They made her sappy, dude. They made her sappy. I don't care if she was Mrs. Steve Trevor after all these years or not. You don't make Wonder Woman sappy. They made her so like, dude. And again, like he said, in every iteration of Wonder Woman, especially comic book Wonder Woman, she's the one that everybody looks towards because besides Batman, she's technically the leader. This is why I liked Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel, even though that, they kept showing her woman can be tough, woman can be strong, don't play down to a man or whatever. I get all that, but she never turned like, oh my God, this is just pure sappiness.
Yeah, she
stayed true.
She didn't turn fake.
Yeah, she stayed true. Even though that she's been with the Creed this whole entire time, you know what I'm saying? She didn't become so sappy and sympathetic. She could have been knocking dude's head off.
There was no room for it. I mean, she had been brainwashed since she got, hit with the thing, and then she's figuring out that maybe her life is not what her life was.
But check
to
this
her
out.
best friend.
Even when she unlocked her memory and she got her memory back, when she showed up in Infinity War, she still ran up on Thanos like, "Oh, where the glove at?"
She's enraged. She been lied to her whole life.
So this whole entire time.
Okay, so we can get that from an American woman who's been brainwashed by the Cree, but we can't get that from an Amazonian.
Who
We
lost
can't
the
get
love of her life?
Man, love of my life, my foot. That's just an excuse to say that this is where it went downhill. If they could have still made her strong, yes, I miss him, but I have a duty as Wonder Woman. I fought in like World War I or whatever it was. What time period is that? World War I or World War II?
World War One.
It was World War I. You done fought, you done been Wonder Woman this whole entire time, and you're telling me all of a sudden now because you get a magic rock. Oh, I want my Steve Trevor back. No, you still that warrior. Where is that warrior at?
Comic book Wonder Woman.
Spoken like a true man. You can't tell nobody how long to grieve.
Comic book Wonder Woman wasn't in that. No, we can't. But we're talking. I'm basing it on, like I said, in every other iteration of Wonder Woman, like especially like Justice League Unlimited, even when I was watching Titans and Little Wonder Woman, she had lost Aqualad. She wasn't all sappy.
Yep.
And this is Little Wonder Woman we talking about. Half human, half Amazonian, and she still wasn't all sappy. I ain't never seen Wonder Woman like that.
Where you saw it,
And it wasn't good.
I need y'all to tap into y'all emotions,
No, the thing is that, again, if it made sense. Okay, I will give you a prime example of tapping into your emotions when you know you're feeling something. When with the whole Black Widow dynamic in Endgame. You know what I'm saying? She knew what she had to do. She never, even though she was in mourning of everything that went on. That was the only family that she had. And even at the end, when she knows she had to sacrifice herself, she still did it. Gamora, knowing that what she got to do, you know what I'm saying, to go against Thanos. She's crying. She knows that she in love, but it's a different way it's a different dynamic. And Gamora's a warrior that rolled with Thanos for years. She wasn't so sappy when she knew what she had to do, and she was still giving Thanos the business, still talking to him like he crazy. Now I ain't gonna eat that bowl of soup that you just gave me. I hate this chair. Matter of fact, I hate you. Let's go. Let's go find this Soul Stone.
And see, if it was any other super hero female, I can give you the sappiness, but not Wonder Woman. She can't be sappy.
Again, this is the same. This is the same thing. Was my complaint about Batman? Batman up in there cracking jokes, you know what I'm saying? Looking stupid, looking scared. Like, man, I ain't Batman.
I disagree with this one because
Batman.
That Batman reminds me of the Batman from the 1960s TV show.
Adam West.
So what do you think of the Hulk? What the Hulk turned into?
They went Adam West.
So what do you think about the Hulk? What the Hulk turned into?
What you talking about from Infinity War?
From Infinity at the end of Endgame. What do you think about the progression of Hulk and what he turned into?
I mean,
nope, don't like it. Nope.
I didn't like it, even though they did kind of introduce Professor Hulk. But I think because you got the She-Hulk series getting ready to come up, I think they're going to try to revert, because everybody kind of universally didn't really care for Professor Hulk. But I think they're going to ready to do the Immortal Hulk storyline, where he actually dies, but every time he dies, he's resurrected more from the one below all. You know what I'm saying? It comes back as Immortal Hulk, and that's the storyline from the 2018 run. I think I got issue 1 through 5. I think of that Immortal Hulk storyline, which is incredible. But I think they might go towards that to bring more of that Savage Hulk back. So we'll see how that goes. But again, like I said,
you see how you just made an excuse for Hulk's character.
Yeah. See,
I didn't make an excuse for Hulk's character.
No excuse. I didn't like it. They made Hulk too sappy too, because I have plenty of comic books with smart Hulk in it. He's smart. He's intelligent, but he's not sappy, and they made him all.
Well, they made him. I didn't say they made him. They made him more goofy than sappy. They made him kind of as a joke. You know what I'm saying?
He turned into a little scaredy cat. He didn't want to fight no more.
Man.
Well, yeah, I didn't like that.
I'm talking about made him into a straight after he took that 7-piece.
Right, he did take it. Hey,
after he took that 7-piece dinner with a biscuit from Thanos, he didn't want no more for 3 movies.
Hey, let's be real. We all got a homeboy that got whooped up on, and he ain't never been the same after that. We all got that one.
Physical pain is not worse than emotional pain.
Nah, when you were the Hulk and you get the brakes beat off of you. Remember, Mike Tyson wasn't the same after he got knocked out after he got knocked out by Buster Douglas. That man put his mouthpiece in backwards.
You talking about the baddest man on the planet?
He put his mouthpiece on backwards and upside down. So he ain't been right. He wasn't right ever since then.
I like how the men that fall off the wagon and get a little off kilter. How there's so many excuses and so many explanations and stuff for it, but Wonder Woman is just so horrible.
No excuse to the Hulk.
I'm not giving no excuse. I'm not giving no excuse. I'm not giving no excuse. He was soft. Yeah, he was soft.
He was soft as all of
it. He was soft. And I can't get no excuse because we all know what happened in Infinity War. He got whooped on. Yeah. Didn't want to become the Hulk after that. I'm cool. I'm cool. You want to fight? Nah, dog, I'm good. I'm good. And we all, and the reason why I'm saying that, because I know plenty of people who they got whooped on and you don't want to fight no more. Nah, I'm straight. You know, matter of fact, I'm about to become a preacher.
Somebody in the comments just said Captain Marvel 5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, get my Darren Pickett said I give Captain Marvel was good too, 5 out of 5 stars. I won't say all that. I won't say all that.
Captain Marvel was good. I find myself watching that over and over again.
It was 4 out of 5 with me. I won't say it was 5 out of 5 because it would never take the play. It would never be Thor Ragnarok. I don't care what nobody say. It would never be
Ragnarok. Is my favorite in the lineup.
Which one?
It's my favorite in the lineup.
Thor Ragnarok.
That was a hard movie, right
there. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite Marvel movies. You know, I mean, it's not. Well, I will say this. The same complaint that people were saying about Spider-Man when he went to the MCU in his first movie. Spider-Man ain't like that. Spider-Man is this. Spider-Man is that. We gave the excuse Spider-Man had to grow a little bit. You know what I'm saying? From Spider-Man Homecoming to Spider-Man Far From Home. He had to grow a little bit. The problem with Wonder Woman, the second one, is because you gave me the first Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman going hard. Then you give me this one.
Especially in what was it, Batman versus Superman? Who ran up on Doomsday? It was Wonder Woman. She ran up on Doomsday.
Even when Batman was like, "What?" No. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. And the dynamic from Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel went from showing up in the post-credit scene of what was the post-credit scene? Was it not Civil War?
She showed up in Infinity War.
Was she
post-credit?
Yeah, the post-credit of Infinity War.
He was paging her. Fury was paging her.
Right, that's right. And then she came in Endgame. I mean, no, she had her own movie. Mm-hmm. Then she came in Endgame, the same character. For real, let's be honest with you. Before that was one of the
only thing that I don't get. The only thing that perplexes me, and I've seen a couple of articles on it, as powerful as Captain Marvel was, why did it seem like Scarlet Witch had more of a handle on Thanos than Captain Marvel? And I think Captain Marvel is eons more stronger than Scarlet Witch.
Okay, it's
she can destroy a ship with her body, and you couldn't beat Thanos.
But it really is. It's because of Scarlet Witch's power. Because she's, I mean, for real, she's an Omega level.
Yeah, and she's actually one of the most powerful characters in Marvel.
Yeah, she's an Omega level because she's a she's a world manipulator. You know what I'm saying? She could literally take atoms and create with her mind. You know what I'm saying? So she's an Omega level mutant. And since they can't at the time they couldn't technically say that she was a mutant or Omega level, that's basically what she is. So in that aspect, she can take out Thanos, beat the brakes off of him if she want to, because she could be able to manipulate the atoms in the universe, because she can create.
I guess they had to write it like that
and they did. Honestly,
so old boy can make his exit. You know,
they really depowered a lot of people in those movies, including the Infinity Gems themselves. Because there was no way you're supposed to be hurt using the Infinity Gems. No way.
Right.
You don't have to be hurt using the Infinity Gems, but everybody in the movie got hurt. That's not so. Yeah, there's a lot of depowering of a lot of characters in those movies.
I'm thinking maybe they did that. They depowered them because Robert Downey Jr. was making his exit. It was the end for him, so he had to be the one.
Yeah,
to take him out.
Because actually, it shouldn't have been him.
It literally shouldn't have been.
Shouldn't have been him. It should have been anybody else but him.
Yeah, but because Robert Downey Jr. kicked off the MCU and he did it. He did it so awesomely. I'm not even.
I still cried.
That argument. I'm not gonna fight because I'm not gonna lie. That I was emotional because I've been on this ride, and I love Robert. I love Robert Downey Jr. a long time ago. We talking about weird science. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about weird science all the way up to for him, his fall of his career, and to where he is now. I'm emotionally invested into Robert Downey Jr. as an artist. From Tropic Thunder, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, what's her name from Wonder Woman? What's the woman's name?
Kristen Wiig?
No.
Gail
Gadot.
Yeah, not so much. I mean, I'm not so much invested into. I'm more invested.
Well, they don't have an Infinity Saga
Aquaman.
DC nowhere for you to get that character development. So, like you were saying, that I agree with this. DC just throws movie, and there's not like no. And I think maybe Marvel has spoiled us a little bit with the connection with their movies in the Infinity Saga. And so we got DC on the other hand just throwing movies out for the hell of it, and they ain't got no connection to anything.
Nothing.
Because even though I think Joker was an excellent movie, like where's the connection? I get his backstory and all, but
that Joker
cohesiveness in DC.
But remember, that Joker movie is basically a DC Black. Like so in DC you got the main continuity. You know what I'm saying? Because after they went through,
and we're gonna put that in quotations.
Continuity. Yeah. It's a difference because you got the DC Black label that's not part of their continuity, but then is a part of their continuity. Like they just had the comic book run called The Three Jokers. What's under DC Black because of the violence of the movie. But then it says, okay, once you get to the book number 3, this is the Joker the real Joker. Like, this doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't make sense. Right. You got particular Jokers or particular characters from every single iteration that they're now trying to say, oh, well, that's canon, but that's on, Earth 616 or 6666, or this is Earth from 99999. Wait, it doesn't make sense. Like, dude. And Marvel went through this with the main continuity, the 616, and then you had the Ultimate Universe. You know what I mean? And give you a prime example, the Nick Fury from the MCU is the Nick Fury from the Ultimate Universe. You know what I mean? The Iron Man, even though that's the original Iron Man, that has a lot of elements of the Ultimate Universe Iron Man. So it really DC got it all over the place. That's all I'm going to say is DC has it all over the place. So you can't really be invested in any of this because you don't give me anything that's cohesive.
Which is again heartbreaking to me because their TV shows is on point.
Yeah,
on point. I don't understand. I just got done watching Titans. I had always been on Flash and Black. I
like Flash.
Oh man, Flash, Green Arrow, the Legends of Tomorrow. Oh man, it was on point. Why are you letting me down when you come to the big screen? Why?
That's the only thing that we're basically saying is that it's not like we don't like Wonder Woman. Again, it's not that I just completely hate this movie because again, I like the aspect of the Maxwell Lord character, and I like that dynamic, that story, the way that they told that story and his perspective. Because really, this is Maxwell Lord's story. And it just feels like Wonder Woman and all of them is just there. Let's be honest. It's Maxwell Lord's story. Just Wonder Woman and Cheetah so happen to be there. And and let's be honest with you. They shoehorned the Cheetah story in here. They shoehorned that in here. Just so she can have a person to quote unquote fight. They could have literally took Cheetah completely out of this movie and you would have had Superman 1. Think about it. Think about this. And this is the reason why I'm saying this. Superman 1 didn't have a super villain that he could fight. It didn't. And it's one of the greatest superhero movies of all time.
And there was nobody he fought. He actually had to save the planet.
He had
by doing some weird
flying around the earth.
which is not in the Richard Donner cut. Have you seen the Richard Donner?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna have to see it tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that.
I haven't seen the Richard Donner cut. Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? But everybody loves that Superman. Because this follows literally, this is why I'm saying this, SoulChelle. This literally follows the same formula as Superman 1. Take Cheetah out of it, and I would love this movie. Period. I would love this because then I will understand. I will understand it.
I actually like the Cheetah part, and I'm saying film it with the equipment you filmed Batman versus Superman with, and I love it. Like that mall scene.
Oh, that mall scene.
There was no time I thought in any Marvel movie that the people were on strings, but it really looks like in this movie when they're jumping up and down like Wonder Woman, it looks like they're on strings. I never thought Captain Marvel was on strings. I never thought Spider-Man, even though he swings on webs, it does not look like he is on the string. What is wrong with DC?
That's all I'm saying. That's all we're saying. We're not saying that they're horrible. We're not even saying all of that. It's not like it's just the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
I'm because watching the movie now.
Because Dragon Ball Evolution in the Last Airbender takes the cake on all of that. I would watch Wonder Woman.
No, what takes the cake is Mortal Kombat.
Ever in my life.
I think that last.
No, Mortal Kombat was like the worst.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I think
Mortal Kombat was terrible.
I would hold on. Wait a minute. I would watch Mortal Kombat right now before I watch any of this other stuff. But any of this, the first, I would watch the second Mortal Kombat, and that is trash. I'm talking about garbage pail juice, sipping.
I can't do it.
Maggots, trash.
This Wonder Woman is not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. No, it's not. It's not.
It's just a letdown from what we've been getting.
And I think it's a letdown from the first Wonder Woman. That's what it really is. My
definitely a letdown from that one.
It's like we were talking about on the phone, Shell. It's like you have expectations, and then reality hits. And you're like, oh no, this is not what I was thinking it was gonna be. That's all it really. To boil it down, that's all it really is. My expectations was here, and it wasn't what I was thinking.
You wanted to nitpick.
That's all it is. I mean, it's not really nitpicking, though. Is it really nitpicking?
I mean,
I feel it's very nitpicked.
Everybody nitpicked it. Everybody. So if everybody's saying
it, my man, CJ Horn said DC is like the GoBots.
DC is pretty horrible overall.
Oh, the
Aquaman was okay. I'm not in love with it. I just like looking at old boy.
Came to market before Transformers.
That's true.
But never caught the Renegades.
Now, hold on, wait. What did you say, Shell? Because you just said something. I was trying to make sure that I catch it.
I said DC overall they just don't make good movies. Aquaman had a little bit of hope, but I still wasn't in love with it. I think I just like looking at old boy.
Oh, you just wanted some of Jason Momoa. That's all you was looking for was some Momoa.
But see,
his mama was badass though.
See, SoulChelle, I kind of disagree with that because there's a lot of DC movies that I do love,
and that's fine.
I don't like I said, I don't think Batman versus Superman was that bad. I don't think Justice League was that bad. Some of the that Superman at the beginning. Oh my god, that was bad. That was bad. And the character the villain they were fighting, that didn't make sense. But I didn't think those were bad movies. I can watch those movies again. You know what I'm saying? And plus, like all the Batman movies were great. You know what I'm saying? Was it Captain Marvel? Not that.
Oh, you're talking about Shazam.
Shazam
was awesome.
Shazam was awesome.
I love Shazam.
So
that's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. So Shazam is a prime example of my expectations wasn't all that great, and you surprised me. You know what I'm saying? You surprised me. So when I seen Batman, when I seen Shazam, I was like, dude, this is really good. This actually, held my extremely took up my expectations.
SoulChelle, I even like Green Lantern.
Oh, I get we
Green Lantern wasn't bad.
This is where we part ways.
I like Green Lantern.
And this here is where we're part ways. Because
Green Lantern wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad, SoulChelle? Thank you. It was not that bad.
Hold on, wait a minute. If anybody, if anybody knows me, they know I love Ryan Reynolds. Hell, I'm the black version of Ryan Reynolds in my mind. It's in my mind only.
Oh, wait a minute.
I love Ryan Reynolds. I cannot stand
Green
him in this
Lantern
movie.
It wasn't the Green Lantern that I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about another movie.
Oh.
I
don't think it's DC at all. It's Kick-Ass. I don't think it's DC at all.
No. Green Lantern is one of the worst looking movies I've ever saw in my whole entire life. It looks terrible. And then you fighting the Cloud Monster that they fought in Fantastic Four when supposed to be Galactus. But no,
that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. I'm thinking about Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass was good.
Kick-Ass is different, but I'm talking about the formula of the Green Cloud Monster from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Here we go with the Cloud Monster. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You taking a step backwards. Now it's certain stuff like because since we're playing it now, we won't want to get any violations from Warner Brothers, so we don't have the sound on. Yeah. But the scene with the invisible jet, I actually like that scene. Yeah. It reminded me of Superman 1 so much. Until she started to fly. It reminded me
of Superman 1 again.
Superman 1. Cinematography of that time.
Superman 1 again. Like, oh my Lord.
Oh God. So yeah. That's the only problem I got with one. But it's again, the expectations was good. Some of the critics, when they saw the movie, they really liked it. But then the public is the reason why from the time that I checked this, it was at a 63% Rotten Tomato score. So it's the only thing that I'm saying. This is the reason it's okay. I don't love it.
Just leave it with this. Y'all can hate it all y'all want. It's still broken.
I don't hate it. That's the problem. I don't hate it. It's just not that great. It's just not that great. It's okay.
I feel about this the way I feel about Transformers. If you hadn't seen Wonder Woman or never heard of Wonder Woman, this would be a good movie to you. Just like if I've never heard of Transformers, I would like the Transformer movie. But since I grew up with Wonder Woman, this is not a good movie to me. Just like I grew up with Transformers, so Transformers, all those movies are not good movies to me because it's like you didn't.
You do it. I would say this: pluck Superman out from. Wait, was the goofy Superman?
Superman 3.
Yeah, take that
Superman.
Yeah. Oh no. Just take that Superman. Take Wonder Woman out from 1984. Take the Batman from Justice League, Joss Whedon edition, and you got the Super Friends. And I would have been perfectly fine with that if that movie was called Super Friends. Wouldn't have had a problem with it. Wouldn't have been mad at it. Because that's what I'm expecting when I see all this sappiness and goofiness and stuff that just doesn't make sense as a comic book reader, as a comic book collector. Like all the Batman stories that I've been getting, Batman is not that. You know what I'm saying?
Batman is rough.
Yeah, Batman right now.
Comic books, Batman is rough.
The Batman from the Three Jokers. If y'all watching this, y'all haven't read the Three Jokers, go read the Three Jokers. Dude, that Batman is a totally different Batman. You know, totally different Batman. He don't be playing. He ain't cracking jokes. You know what I mean? And none of that. You know what I mean? So it's like you taking my expectation what I'm reading in the comics, and then you're turning around and you're just making something just for the hell of making something, just because I want to. We need a Wonder Woman movie. Well, call Patty Jenkins up. We need something. You know what I mean? Oh, let's do 1984 Wonder Woman. Yay!
Yeah, and like I said, if you never heard of Wonder Woman, or you were just a casual fan of Wonder Woman, this would probably be a good movie.
That's all we saying. That's all we saying. We not hating it. We not bashing because it's a woman. Because I'm super excited about Black Widow. Yeah, I'm super hyped. Super hyped because I'm invested.
And the TV show of
Scarlet
Witch.
Oh yeah, the WandaVision. Oh yes,
I can't wait for WandaVision.
Oh yeah, everybody that's watching, make sure that you guys are subscribing to my YouTube channel because I will be doing reviews on WandaVision only on my YouTube channel. Every episode, I'm doing
January 15th.
Yes, it's January 15th. So we're 12 days away. I can't wait. I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped for Black Widow. You know what I mean? I'm super hyped because they're getting ready to do Ironheart. And if y'all don't know who Ironheart is, that's Riri Williams, the one who has the intelligence of Tony Stark. She's just a young Black girl right now. I hopefully they do the MIT that they the MIT angle that they started with in
Civil War.
In Civil War. Hopefully she's one of the recipients of the MIT award that he gave out. You know what I'm saying? Because then they still kind of carries a little bit of the Tony Stark legacy, even though they're moving away from Tony Stark. That she was a part of that program. That would be awesome. Please make Riri Williams make that right, Marvel. I know you will, because I got faith in you. Now, if this was DC and they were talking about making anything else, they could have did why they didn't introduce Nubia from Wonder Woman. You know, she's the Amazon sister from Wonder Woman. Man, let me write for DC. Let me write some movies because I have some ideas that would have been perfect. That would have made this movie a lot better. But I mean, it's all right. I still watch it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, I can't watch Wonder Woman run. I'm gonna have to change the channel when I see her running next to the cars because that looks stupid. I don't care what you say. That looks stupid, and it takes away from the movie.
Okay, Dre.
Yeah, call me a hater. Call me a hater if you want to. I'll be the hater with two legs.
All right, I need to go so y'all can finish talking about it if y'all want to.
Well, we're about to wrap this up because I just got your message. So we're about to wrap this up. Thanks to everybody for tuning in to the Drake Mike Podcast Show. Just make sure that you guys are checking out SoulChelle from the chat. Make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel. We're out of here, SoulChelle. We love you. We appreciate you stepping in. And I know you got to go, so I'm going to give you the pieces, the deuces, and shalom to you. And I will be hollering at you later because we still got more to talk about.
All right.
All right now.
All right.
All right. So thank you. Thanks everybody again for checking out the Drake Mike Podcast Show. Make sure you guys are checking this out on Speaker Radio. Make sure you guys are checking it out on iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, wherever you really just get your podcasts at. Make sure you guys are checking it out. And make sure that you're following me on YouTube. More content to come. Love y'all. Peace. Shalom to everyone. I'm out. And I will holler at you guys later.